I say the season come out with a bang. Coach Minzy, best round here. Remember that.
All right, people, welcome back to the show. Welcome back to the coach's desk. Yeah, man, we're here, my people, to talk of the things that are happening in the realms of the JFF. Yeah, man, a whole lot of things have been happening, a whole lot of things. And trust me, is it a good look? I don't think so. Yeah, but as usual, people, we ask you to do a few things. Like the video. Yeah, like the video. Share the content, subscribe to the channel if you're new so that you can become a part of the community. All right, so big up to the persons also on Facebook. Thanks for tuning in, my Facebook peeps. Yeah, man. All right, so welcome to the early birds. I see some early birds in the building. Yeah, man. Capo is here. Big up Fresh God. Kevin Williams is here. Dazrell is here. Big up yourself. Man of God is here. Travis. Big up yourself, Travis. Public enemy number one. Joan Spence. Big up yourself, you know, girl. All right, people. So we're here just to tell you a few things that are happening. I want to see how fast we can do it. So, if you want to call in, you can call in and let your voice be heard. You understand? Duckland, big up yourself. Orius Holmes, big up yourself. Yeah, man. Public enemy number one is Travis, you know, people. Yeah, man. Travis are the baddest thing. Yeah, people. So, as you can see, the topic, JFF told to fire Donaldson. Will it happen? That's it. That's the number one question. And Rudolph, SPEID, and Cavalier sanctioned by the JFF. Yeah, man. Hey, a whole per sanction are going, Yeah, man. Some clubs are get sanctioned. And of course, Mr. SPEID and him Cavalier unit was no exception. Judith Williams, big up yourself. Paul Watkins, big up. Devon Smith, welcome, welcome. All right, so a team in the tier 1, the national tier 2, sorry, Albion Mountain, they have been sanctioned. So sanctions against Albion Mountain FC for failure to show for match number 90 of the 2022-23 national tier 2 competition. Yeah. And that's it. With reference to the caption, the following sanctions have been applied to the club in keeping with Article 7.5 and 6 of the 2022 National Tier. So they tell you, if a team does not report to a match, except in the case of force majeure recognized by the JFF Competitions Committee, or if it refuses to continue to play or leave the stadium venue before the end of the match, the team shall be considered as having lost the match, and 3 points shall be awarded in that situation. You understand? Yeah, man. I see YouTube just sending the notification. Man, so for brush out my chin. Doctor here, big up yourself. What if I'm a chin? Firing the coach would be stupid. All right. So Lime All got that match against Albion with a scoreline of 3-0. And Albion has been fined $50,000. And this is to be paid by July 10, 2023. Yeah, man. So that's the sanction. And JFF now play. Of course, I know this is money coming in. Yeah, Facebook, me see you bring out the notification. Big up Facebook as well. Yeah, man, big up to the persons on the Facebook. So let us talk about Mr. SPEID and the Cavalier sanctioning that they got. All right. Cavalier, non-attendance to the Jamaica Premier Final press conference. So they have been sanctioned for that. Arthur Love, big up yourself. All right, so the JFF has noted with concern Cavalier Soccer Club non-attendance to the caption, which is the press conference on Thursday, 8 June 2023. To date, neither the JFF Competitions Committee nor the Professional Football Jamaica Limited have received any formal notification regarding the club's non-attendance. Therefore, in keeping with Article 5.3 of the 2022-23 Jamaica Premier League regulations, the following sanctions has been applied to Cavalier. Make we hear it now. Cavalier have got to pay up some money. 5.3 says any club that is formally invited to any official function and fails to be accurately represented as per invitation guideline within written reasons accepted by the JFF Competitions Committee or Subcommittee shall be fined $50,000 and referred to the respective disciplinary body for further sanction. In the case of repeated offense as determined by the committee, the body shall increase the fine but not exceeding $100,000 for each offense. In the view of the above mentioned regulations, Cavalier FC has been fined $50,000, which is to be paid by 30th June 2023. Listen, Cavalier can pay that easily. Kindly note that Cavalier has been referred to the JFF Disciplinary Committee. Once a date and time is confirmed for the meeting with the JFF Disciplinary Committee, the club will be advised in a timely manner. Imagine Mr. Speed at the head of the technical committee. He must have sent somebody else. He must have sent somebody else. He must have sent somebody else, people. Pagan, big up yourself. 50,000 Jamaican dollars we're talking about. You understand? 50,000 Jamaican dollars we're talking about. We're not talking about no US dollar, people. I want to get this US dollar something, man. We're not talking US dollar. Mr. Speed, more short, you know. See if he would answer your phone. Hey, that phone really. Or eat that phone, you know. I don't know if you use it. All right, let me check some comment in the comment section. Baby money that, to be honest. And did they give the players money to get back their items? I don't think so. Mr. Speed can find 50,000 in his car door if he looks good. Best as documentary, big up yourself. That law must be from 40 years back. What is it? 50,000 a monkey money. Stop your foolishness. The competition have rules. Everything of course. JFF, gosh. Yeah, man. Once the rule is there, man, they have to adhere to the rule. Somebody might have to represent Cavalier now, because I don't know if Mr. Speed can go. Yeah, that's why people ever talk about conflict of interest. You know? Yeah, show up on them. You see that? But that what that mean do show up on them? Nitro, I don't know. But that, hey, even if they're not reimburse Nitro, that still not have nothing to do with them breaking the rule. You understand? Them break a rule according to the competition's rule for 2022-23. They would have broken a rule. So as such, them have to face the consequence. Serve the time. You understand? Man say 100 years. Yeah, man, early class are going, man. SPEID hide since him lose. So I don't want the people them get it. Because they not pay them back or reimburse them. That means them should have ease up Cavalier. Me not think so. Them break the rule of the competition. And once you break the rule, you can't farm no fool. You have to just pay. Thank you, Travis. Can't believe it, man. The man, them have sharing it, bro. Big up yourself. I know, coach, but they need to pay Cavalier less. No, man. I know JFF responsible for money with thief. I the subcommittee, which is the JPL. That them have got sort that out. Yeah, but you can't do that still in an arm fresh. You see, when it comes on to things like these, Mr. SPEID should have known if the players weren't advised. You have something that is called due process. You can't go around due process. So yes, you just say now 2 wrongs don't make a right. So the man them take on the money and take on the car key, take on this. But yet still you don't show up for something that you're supposed to show up for. So you basically a strike. And due process have to take its course. Me not drink Kool-Aid in a RR. Water for me, you know. Richest roots. Oh, Mr. Early. Can't bother the late night thing, brother. I'll know Bill in a reach it. So Travis, you know more comment pan. Some of the Jamaican fans them like Duckland, you know. They think this is not a very good squad, you know. Or reasonable, decent squad. And what is happening is that the US people them are fretting, you know. The US fans are fretting while the Jamaican fans are basically head over heels about the squad. So this and that and that and this. You get what I say? But the US fans are saying, no, so US need to do something. They basically fear. And I'm wondering if it is the Demarai Gray situation. I agree with the thing looks so. Although, yeah, game no play on paper for you. Yeah, man, for real. Game no play on paper. Ball game no play on paper. And what them say? The famous topper, you know, play on YouTube. My job back at the team is the middle of the park. I may have question marks in the defense. If Ethan no come, low, not 100%, then you can have question mark. Even though you have a Bernard and a Latibo there. You understand? But yes, I still have to have question marks. I think the defense would have been the strongest part of the team, but if Low not going to be there, or he's gonna be there but not 100%, and there are doubts around Ethan Pinnock because of what is happening in his family, then yeah. I watch everything. So. Yeah, man, the US fans, them are fret people. Them can't believe, say, Jamaica would have come so all out with that squad. Yeah, man. Remember, say, Uno always I say, commitment, and Ethan Pinnock not committed, and Antonio not committed. And Uno same one did I say it, you know. So, me don't want to no come ball now, you know. When the man no reach. And we don't know why the man no reach. So, we stop a balling Travis and Len. Some man did that talk about the man them not committed. The international baller them not committed. Yeah, man. What no? What no? Wanna stop it. Wanna stop it. Yeah, me that's a big deal then. Yeah, man. Nitro say things is a good attack, but poor midfield. All the other teams are worried about us. True, but Jamaican fans are worried about the team. Say I'm a good team. Game the play for paper. Without Pinnock and Low is a weak defense as well. That may I say, my name Fred Gray, Antonio Bailey. Know yourself, big up. Mexican game, I think. Gregor make withdraw more players. Watch it. Yeah, man. Then the coach said that in the last press conference. A lot of persons are interested in coming to play for Jamaica now because of what is happening. That's not strange Reggae Boyz fan. If Bailey comes in, average game, his spot will get Nyam. All right. Low is fit and ready, bro. Yeah, man. Yeah, he might get back fit in a Travis, but he's still not 100% because of not being sharp. So all who no play, go on vacation, not sharp. Pinnock will join the team tomorrow. Yeah, make us know. Pinnock will join up with the team tomorrow. All right. Okay. Low is not 100%. Yeah, that me say. I heard Pinnock will be there. Yeah, the coach said he will be there, but not for the first game. Let us see if that will change. I'm hear news now say he's coming tomorrow, but we're not sure. My sources have not confirmed that because his wife is still in the hospital. And the coach did say he might miss the first game. Leon Bailey is no bigger than Antonio. He is there already. All know Leon no reach. Only don't know why Leon no reach. Why Leon no reach? Trinidad a load up. Why do coach only one new top player in grey? I don't know. That's not what I heard the US fans saying, coach. What them a say, Duckland? Them a fret, man. Like that them on guitar. What are they saying, Duckland? Tactical said Jamaica only enemies themselves. Jerome, big up yourself. Pinocchio boss for getting in by tomorrow. I hear them saying that we always look good on paper, but our federation always find a way to mess up, so they are not worried. Oh, they mess up now. Well, like girl, them a mess up right now going into World Cup. Few weeks. Mikel Antonio in US already, even trained with the team today. Look like Leon not committed. This is nothing new. This is so-called Leon style. I just Omari not committed. Yo, wanna stop say Omari not committed now. Yo, Omari committed, brethren. Wanna stop spread the false narrative about the youth. Wanna stop it. I'm going to just sit back and see what all these people are going to say because I have my concern and what I think will happen. It's a football no play on YouTube. The middle shaky man, my only worry that. Me worry about the defense and the middle. Jeremy and Blake said Jamaica gonna beat US 3-1. Duckland Senate is the federation playing on the field. People very worried their favorite are not there. I think with Joel in the middle, we will much better than y'all think. Julie, you all will Omar and expect the youth to come back. And you see, the thing about it, well, I don't know who incurs up. Manning's man was very competitive. Not today, Dr. Dan. Probably Friday night, triple treat. Today I just Wednesday, you know. All right, so big up on yourself, people. The phone line is open. I want to listen to something, and then we can get into the discussion about JFF told to fire based off pressure. You understand? I think but I want you to listen to what is on the ground.
TVJ Sports understands that a JFF board meeting held on Tuesday afternoon to look into the position of Jamaica women's football head coach Lorne Donaldson did not find favor with those present. It follows last Friday's incident when chair of the women's committee, Elaine Walker-Brown, was advised by Coach Donaldson that the players would not travel on the bus if she boarded for an excursion to Duns River Falls. That didn't go down well with Walker.
Want to hear that, people? Them bar Elaine from going on the bus.
Brown and other members of the JFF board, which culminated in today's meeting, which ended just before sports time. It's understood that some members called for Donaldson to be fired, while others demanded that an investigation be done. Well-placed TVJ Sports sources have indicated that contact was made with another experienced coach over the weekend to replace Donaldson, but the coach declined the offer. TVJ Sports further understands that prior to the meeting, JFF President Michael Ricketts and General Secretary Dennis Chong met with the Reggae Girlz, who confirmed they were the ones who told Coach Donaldson they wouldn't travel on the bus with Walker Brown. Donaldson was set to meet with Chong and the JFF Human Resource Manager on Tuesday, but that didn't go as planned as his lawyer wasn't available. That meeting is now set for another day.
People, you hear the saga? You hear the saga? Elaine Walker Brown, a foundation member, when you come on to the women's football, you know, she fights for it. And for the girls, them a bar Elaine Walker. That means that the girl are really upset. Upset about the entire JFF. And because she's a part of it, them no want nothing to do with her. Listen to me. Oh, but it look like a girl them have some sort of stronghold when it comes on to this team, you know. It's like they don't take no talk for. Oh, remember the incident when they were at the function and my crickets attack and I say about of things and the girl them give him the look and the feedback. Huh? What really are going? What really are going in the JFF, Mr. Dennis Chong and the whole crew? What is really happening? How this sort of situation has come up right before World Cup? I want to contact coach already. Hmm? No, man, sitting all right, man. Exactly, Richard Green. Things like these, the US people them are talk about because if you're on the cusp of World Cup and this thing are going, a joke thing, this man. So it look like the coach and JFF never say eye to eye in terms of the friendly match. So they said they would do the camp instead of the friendly match, which was planned with Colombia. Hey, I saw a joke thing I go on. Joke thing. Hey, why football stays, man? Eh? I can't believe. Big up yourself, Butters. Hey, Butters, at 2023 now, you know, man. If I have $3 now, man, $2, make it go up to $3, man. But big up yourself, anyways. Bonnie Shaw leading the mutiny. Ricardo Badger, you think the girl them a move childish? Why you think them a move childish? I don't know why they don't want her to travel with them, but I'm saying because she's a part of the JFF. That's the first thing that comes to mind. I don't know the intricacies of what happened, but obviously them don't want nothing to do with nobody JFF. That's what I conclude. No, you know, so I remember what him said years ago now, but me know him say something and go down well with the girls them. And the girl them like them laugh off of him star. Yeah, man. Joke thing him going with. Walker Brown chat a bag of thing about Sidela and the girl them not like that, and Walker Brown want benefit of the program that Sidela revive. Oh, yes, Brain Jane, I heard Bonnie is the lead cook and bottle wash. Coach, if your boss didn't give the tools to work, then not pay you for about 2 years, would you take talk? It kind of tricky still enough, no? Because if me not get paid for 2 years, after the first year, why would I prolong for the second year? You see me as a fan of mine, not? Me not gonna wait till second year for start do these things. 6 months pass and me not get paid. How worries, man? You can't get me do nothing, star. So are you cause this to happen because you're sitting at the mess? You see me, I say you're sitting at the mess. Before you try to solve this, they ran for coach. And then that me I say, the man then go call a coach, a next coach already. So they want get rid of something there. Yo, me I tell you now. This shows again lack of leadership. And I mean, if you have a contingency plan, but or if you make contingency plan, and try solve the issue at hand yet. Eh? Yo, them are people are serious. You go out in a Duckland. You're live on the coach.
Bless up, coach. Issa here.
Yeah, what go on?
Yeah, man. How are you? Everything good?
So far, so good, everything much up.
Y'all hear me good, by the way?
Yeah, man. Loud and clear.
All right. Where do I start, man? First thing, the timing of what the girls did. Remember in the letter, the girls said that they were giving the JFF time, coach. So it's obvious that they have been going to the JFF over and over. And in the letter, these are the words. They said that time has expired. So it's obvious that
You wait for 2 years.
But the thing is this, coach. If you are trying to work with the federation as the Reggae Girlz, you give them as much time as possible. Probably the girls thought before the World Cup, they would have taken care of everything. I mean, this would be the last resort, waiting until, time for the World Cup. You give them as much time as possible, and then they still haven't come through. So when would you would have liked them to do this 6 months earlier, coach? Then you would have said, oh, give them some more time again, and what have you, and what have you.
No, I'm not.
You give them 2 years, coach. No, yeah, go ahead.
Sir, somebody asked the question. I think Fana asked me what me would I do, I am saying the first 6 months, me no see no Camille run, me I go start ask questions. And I don't believe I will go. Well, it's kind of different if you're in a corporate job as compared to football. So probably my answer, my answer go inch towards the corporate type of work setting. But in the football, 2 years kind of still long to 1 year. And then you stick them up.
And the next question is, did the girls have like an active contract with the JFF? Just like all the boys, sign a contract and whatever. Did they have an active contract with them?
I'm not sure about that. Because I remember the boy. I think we heard, well, look like he did extend to the girls, So probably anything goes. But based off the debacle that happened where Damian Lowe and the Patty Shop man talk about the thing and the phone call will leak. I mean, they started to write contracts and put things into place. To say that the girls have, I don't know, to be honest.
Okay.
But me think because I mean, too long still, man. You give JFF 2 years. Yeah, wait for them for 2 years.
Then, coach, who that look bad for? A JFF. Because JFF, the girls are trying to.
But what I'm saying now, I'm not try out no fire where I go upon the JFF now because they forget it. But me I say, 2 years, the problem is on the JFF. But the girls them, why the girls them wait till when it near World Cup? Unless them just have go to the World Cup for just have some fun and them really fed up on this thing and them just want it for solve. But me think say it should have happened before.
But even in the letter, it's like we're not gonna say verbatim, but me just say what me understand. It's like they were saying, like, see, you know, give us all we need to prepare. So whatever happened in the World Cup, I hope you guys, you know, just see with us because you guys don't give us all of what we need. You know, that type of tone me get from what they must say in the letter. You know what I say? So You said the time too much, but general coach, I in my mind, I think they were trying to give the JFF as much time as possible to come through. And this time is when they would have the most leverage right now. You understand? Because the JFF. Yeah, go ahead.
Right now, JFF not forget no time. Every minute there's something happen, they don't deserve no time, brethren. They don't deserve no time.
But look at this coach, right?
Jesus.
You get a new gen sec. I guess they get other people to help with finance and what have you. So probably the girls camp thinking, all right, they get this person new and they get in that person. So let's give them some time to come through with whatever we have requested or what is owed to us. And it probably a slapping at the face for them right now if it's said nothing not change. It's the same thing over and over again.
It's sad,
you understand?
Man. It's sad, man. It's sad.
It's very sad.
It's
very sad.
Every time we are going to one tournament, and this is a critical tournament. This is our second appearance in World Cup, and you are going to World Cup with this mindset because of these people. No, man, the thing not right, Virgin. And people are going to say, well, we need to hear both sides of the story and yada, yada, yada. But the mere fact that JFF wrote a press release and basically agreeing to some of the things then showing their hand. Then show their hand to me. And on an interview the other day. That's why me believe so they admit to some of the things that way girls said because of that press release.
Not only that, the General Secretary admitted to we call it per diem from last year. He gave specific months. He said from about January, February, they still owe. So you admit them things there, brother.
Yeah, me hear.
You admit them things that open, brother. It cannot look good. Yeah, laugh.
Hey, me don't know if me sorry for Mr. Chong, you know. But he under some pressure there, you see. Why?
Hey, and the next thing, he also said he gave a specific timeline. I can't recall the months that he gave. But he said that during that time period, the JFF made a surplus. You should have shame to come out and say that. Because you owe people same way you're coming out and tell people say you make surplus. Come on, man.
I remember FIFA money run too, you know. FIFA money run.
Coach,
so Adidas money run. So a girl then probably I wonder what go on.
And the thing is this, you know, coach, where we can understand the JFF is carrying debts from years ago, right? Boom. So the thing is now, when you're going to set up your budget, right? If you do a yearly budget, fine. You're supposed to also have a monthly budget. Saying when you go to bumps and say your monthly budget, whatever remuneration you have for people, you have to put that in your monthly budget too. You can't only think about the debt that is owed. You understand? So I say,
go down in a debt when you do that.
Right. I understand you have a debt that is you're carrying over for years. And it's in the billions or whatever, the millions or whatever they had said. But the thing is this, the players are your assets, coach. Surely because something like you just a month time with the girls, they when you say this will come a month time or whatever. You understand if you try to pay it off little or however the case may be. I guess I want to pay a lump sum, but at least make an effort. Sorry, your monthly budget, this will go towards players' remuneration. You see what I say? And the fact is they owe both two teams, the men's team and the females team. You see what I say? So me as a well-thinking, general secretary, I say, the players them are my asset. And me, I think about the well-being and welfare of the players. A monthly budget would have some type of remuneration for the players. We can't understand how you sit down and plan your budget and that not come up in your head. Not like that. You look away, man. You look away.
Yeah, man, for real. Chevron Brown is saying, is this a conspiracy or do you have reliable sources that he wants to fire the coach? Virgin, you just come on to the show. Me play the thing just now.
You probably didn't hear it.
You probably never hear it, but you can rewind and listen to the audio clip.
And the next thing, coach, in regards to the games, what you make of them? Well, it seemed to me, Dennis, Dennis Chong was trying to make it seem as if the coach is the one who didn't want to take the games. But I mean, if
Yeah,
I'm thinking that
sounded to me.
the coach seems as if he wanted the games in a specific time period.
Mm-hmm.
And if that time period pass, I mean, as the coach, you have to, plan, your World Cup preparations to the T. And so if it pass that specific time period, in my mind, this is my opinion, the coach probably say, all right, if it's past the 25th or whatever, we can't do it again. You understand? I don't think that's a blame that the coach should take. If the administration was trying to secure games, and the fact is this, with all of what Dennis Chong tell me about Puerto Rico and Colombia and whatever, the fact is you did not get any games. That is a fact. You see what I say? So we can't go around that. No matter what you want to say, Puerto Rico never respond to you or whatever, the fact is you did not secure any games. Point blank. So whatever your explanation is or however you want to coin it, you did not secure any games. Full stop. And we can't look at it as the coach or denying friendlies when you having a preparation for World Cup, right? From the girls, them qualify for World Cup, and you should have every month plan out for the girls them from last year. You see what I say? This shouldn't come on the doorstep now. This is the second time the girl them qualify back to back. And you have to me say the girl them can't even get a home game before them leave to go up on them World Cup camp. No, sir.
It would be a send-off game, and the girl then cut up about it.
Yeah. Yeah, and then the next thing is I heard Reggae Boyz assistant coach or second assistant coach, saying that they plan the training sessions for the camps so they might have in Australia months ago. You see, I say, so things like that, if you have a World Cup come up, I would think too that you plan out everything like way in advance. You see, I say you have 2, 3, 4 options ready on the table. So if Puerto Rico can respond to you within a week, boom, your next option come up already. That's how you do things. You understand? You can't bother with the last minute business.
Okay.
So I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say.
Mr. Ask a question, Issa. So none of your bird them not tell you nothing about the situation.
So, yeah, I was talking about the Walker Brown situation. Like, what is it, coach? Why would the girls just all of a sudden just get up and say we don't want that specific person? Even when Donaldson said, "Oh, you can come, but you cannot come." Like,
all of a sudden.
What happened? What happened? And that me I'll try to find out for you.
Me don't know what happened, to be honest. Me don't make no link.
Janu. But it I just don't think the girls just out of thin air say them don't want. And I don't think it have anything to do with what is out to them and stuff. You understand?
I
think there are other things.
I am believing, and me have to stand by what I say, because she's a part of the JFF and them don't have nothing to do with the JFF. I could be wrong. Me see some things are floating at the comments. Them here, she has said some things about Sidela and it never go down well with the girls. And them just cut her off. You see me I say?
Yeah.
Me no
I heard that. Some alleged Zoom meeting thing. You understand? So whatever that, if that is, then people now know where it is coming from. You understand? But we don't know. And you have to stick to what you say.
Because we don't have no information on it. I don't know, comment in the comment section, because the people them know things too. You see me I say?
But coach, can I tell you? I heard another stream like weeks ago that this was going to happen. I don't know if you heard it. You never hear it?
No, I never hear it.
Yeah, man, I heard weeks ago that the girls are going on a trip. The person never called them or whatever say what, but the person said this person that the girl said this person cannot come. Weeks ago I heard that. Probably 2 weeks ago before it happened.
Okay.
So when it come out now, like more people would I hear the same thing, but obviously you say you haven't heard. But I heard this 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago that the girls are gonna go on a trip and then such person cannot come. They never call any name or whatever. But now you come out and they open. So we know who is the person.
Yeah,
You see me I say? surprised I never hear it before now.
No, to be honest, as me saying in a streams before this, to be honest, we can't get to watch all of the streams then. And
Yeah.
sometimes we start probably watch a watch back and we have other things to take care of.
So, you know,
We can't
you
watch all of them. You understand?
understand, man.
Mm.
But I mean, I go through all of them. I want to go through, so I now take up a time, so you can go ahead and take calls and whatever.
Yeah,
I'm
man,
still a
big
listen,
up
all right?
yourself, Issa. All right, cool.
Yeah, coach.
Yeah, Kyle, what up?
Yeah, man. Big up to you and all of your viewers. But I tend to agree with what that caller was saying.
Mm.
But I'll like to add more context to it.
Yeah.
Like the caller was saying, we don't know the context of it. I mean, this didn't just come out all of a sudden. Something was definitely brewing. But I would implore the JFF to walk slowly if they're thinking of firing that coach. Because the behind the scenes implication is that they're playing with Sidella's Marley's project, and maybe there's some rumblings going on back, in the background, which is justified because these ladies are owed money, and they're saying that there have been a lot of breaches, of their obligations from the JFF, based on that fact alone, once you breach a contract, you're open to a lawsuit, and God knows where this might go. And we really don't want this to be happening right before a World Cup tournament. Let's go through the World Cup. Then after the World Cup, when I can sit down and act like then they can war. But this doesn't make any sense right now. No one is going to win, and Jamaica will definitely lose. So cooler heads need to come to the table, calm down. Let's get through this World Cup and then deal with the issue. And I was listening to Mr. Chong, and what's very intrusive is he said that after the World Cup, he's going to come to all arrears as to monies owed to the girls, which basically means that him owe them money. So everything is a catch up. You know what I mean? He's trying to catch up in terms of settling debts with these women, which basically means that they're justified in protesting. How they want to do it, that's a different issue. We don't know the politics behind what is going on. And people want to beat down the girls that they should have went to the JFF early and keep things behind closed doors. How do we know that they didn't do that? More than likely they were doing that. They were talking, protesting, asking for, some kind of relief, and nothing was forthcoming. And the last desperate act was to go to the media. So hey, I mean, it doesn't look good.
Hold on. AM Henry, what you mean by I need to get all the facts before I comment? Explain that for me. Because I just played a clip that stipulates that because of what transpired with Elaine Walker-Brown, they called up the coach, invite him to a meeting, or they were having a meeting, and coming out of the meeting is that they want to fire him. Right? He was supposed to meet with Dennis Chong, but apparently the lawyers were not available. But they will meet. Where's not all the facts in that AM, Henry? Me know just come with story,
Coach, which lawyers, the JFF lawyer or the JFF lawyer and Donaldson's lawyer?
I based on what you know what? Me I go play it again because for the purpose of the persons that are just coming in, and lest they think that I'm making up stories. Listen.
TV Understands that a JFF board meeting held on Tuesday afternoon to look into the position of Jamaica women's football head coach Lorne Donaldson did not find favour with those present. It follows last Friday's incident when chair of the women's committee, Elaine Walker-Brown, was advised by Coach Donaldson that the players would not travel on the bus if she boarded for an excursion to Duns River Falls. That didn't go down well with Walker-Brown and other members of the JFF board, which culminated in today's meeting, which ended just before sports time. It's understood that some members called for Donaldson to be fired, while others demanded that an investigation be done. Well-placed TVJ Sports sources have indicated that contact was made with another experienced coach over the weekend to replace Donaldson, but the coach declined the offer. TVJ Sports further understands that prior to the meeting, JFF President Michael Ricketts and General Secretary Dennis Chong met with the Reggae Girlz, who confirmed they were the ones who told Coach Donaldson they wouldn't travel on the bus with Walker-Brown. Donaldson was set to meet with Chong and the JFF Human Resource Manager on Tuesday, but that didn't go as planned as his lawyer wasn't available. That meeting is now set for another day.
All right, coach. Listen to the part that said the girls will not travel on the bus with Mrs. Walker. So which basically means that if Mrs. Walker got on the bus, the girls would have gotten off the bus. So what option was Mr. Donaldson left with? He had to tell Mrs. Walker that she isn't invited on the bus. So people want to say that he is defending the girls. I do not believe he is defending the girls. He's doing what is practical. Because if the girls are saying, if you come on the bus, we are not going with you, he has no option but to tell the girl, Mrs. Walker, that you can't come on the bus. That is just practical.
Or could he tell the girls
get off the bus and let Mrs. Walker go on her own?
No.
So what would he...
Come now, Kyle, man. Hold on, listen, man.
Go on.
Remember, I'm the boss, you know. I'm the manager for the team.
All right.
Him probably could tell Miss Walker Brown to step off and hear the girls grows and say, for the purpose of peace, make us bite to lips and make she come. He could have done that as well. It's not a one-sided thing where you say like him now have no choice but to tell her to come off. Of course, he had another choice.
It's true. He had choices that we don't know. So that's why I say we need the full story. We need the full context. Because I'm pretty sure that things were done and things were said that we don't know about at that scene. You know what I mean? So I mean, you know, like I said, this is coming from somewhere else, and the JFF need to tread carefully, because from what I see, the JFF and Sedella are walking into a lawsuit with each other, and I don't think that the JFF can win, because this is going to end up in a U.S. court. I guarantee you that.
So you believe that they're going to fire him?
Who mean? I don't know what they will do, but I'm saying that they need to tread carefully. They need to walk carefully.
On what premise?
This is happening too much, too frequently, too much. It's on the cusp of a World Cup final, and this is where you want to go. You know, that tells me that there's a lot of feelings underground that's bubbling up, and something's going to explode. Both ways, not just from the JFF, both ways. They need to tread carefully and they need to walk this slowly. I'm telling you. You know what I mean? Listen, let's just be honest. Sedella Marley built this product. It's her baby. It's basically an international thing now where she have the Bob Marley Foundation supporting not just Jamaican football, but girls all over the world who want to get involved with football. This is the face of it. And you're going to play with her baby that she basically built, take her, you know, her financial expertise and her marketing expertise to basically get done? No. I was listening to Ryan's program last night, and they were talking about the incident in England where she basically contacted Leicester City to basically get that event done. Not the JFF, no, she did that. So I mean, and Mrs. Walker, I mean, I don't know her. I don't know how influential she is, but apparently the girls view Sidella as more influential. So that tells me all I need to know. The GFF needs to walk carefully. That's all I have to say. Anyway,
so Silanezra says something there.
Let me
As
read.
the coach, was it the right approach? Did he try to say, girls, this is not the proper approach to settling the issues or the issue?
Like I said, coach, I don't know the context. Is from what I see, is not something new. Something was bubbling up, and if it was bubbling up, it means that something probably was said previously in the past to kind of remediate it, but it didn't help. So it reached a point now where it just blew up. You know, I don't know the context. You don't know the context. Nobody knows the context. We're all speculating, but this is where we are. Okay, but what I do know from common sense is this did just come out of nowhere. Something was bubbling up underneath. Could the coach have handled it better? I don't know. Maybe he could, maybe he couldn't. I don't know the context. Listen to this. At AM Helway, at Kai Wallace, USA courts, seriously, USA courts have no jurisdiction here. Exactly. You don't know where the money came from to pump into that program. And for your information, Mrs. Henry, anytime a US individual transfers money from the USA into JA, any legal lawsuit can be tried in the USA. Any legal lawsuit.
What lawsuit are you referring to, though, Kyle? I'm kind of lost where that is concerned.
No, if certain issues of contractual engagement were broken between
Like what? Like what?
Let's say
You're talking about firing the coach?
No, hold on. No. Let's say like reimbursement. Let's say that basically the Mali Foundation is basically subsidizing the coach's salary with the knowledge that the JFL is going to reimburse them with X amount of money. We don't know that. And then them fire the coach. We don't know that, and they don't want him to. We don't know that. Because everything within the JFF is secret.
But Kyle, what kind of lawsuit? I don't understand the premise of the lawsuit. If you are employed and you breach certain rules and regulations and the board decide or deem that you should be fired, how lawsuit are going to come in at that? If you're paid up.
What if one party that's basically subsidizing that contract doesn't want the person to be fired? Huh?
Me listen.
Yeah, well, that is all I'm saying. What if the Mali organization doesn't want him to be fired, and they are subsidizing his contract? I don't know.
That's so now way still. Me no know.
What if hold on? What if they are also subsidizing the females' contract with the understanding that the JFF will reimburse them? Huh? We don't know that. Listen, man.
Yeah, but Fanaya said JFF breach it first. Is the coach? Me agree. Say the JFF now play the players, you know. But is the coach a part of that? Did they mention anything about the coach? Brain drain. You need at 2023 now, brain drain. Any super chat here drop, it has to be $3 or more.
Anyway, coach, my point is that both of them need to walk down this road slowly. You know what I mean? I don't like how it look right now. We're about to approach a World Cup. You know, I mean, this don't look good.
Well, I mean, don't look good. Any angle you look upon it, it not look good.
It doesn't look good.
It's deformed.
Here,
It's malaligned.
here,
Why me I tell you?
Detriments podcast. Why are we following up Kyle nonsense about lawsuit, which is one bag of what ifs? My friend, everything right now is a what if. We don't know what happened in the whole incident in the first place. We're all speculating. We're speculating as to what happened and what might happen and what will happen. We don't know.
But I am not well. I just asked the question: Will they fire him? That's just the question, you know. Because based off what the meeting, some persons are pressing to get him fired.
So what will be the repercussions? This is like how you
speculate. Of course, there's gonna be repercussion. It can't good for the team are going to a World Cup.
Well, that's what I'm saying, Coach. You know, right now we're speculating if he's going to be fired. So we're speculating about the repercussions.
I'm not speculating about any repercussion.
I am.
Oh, you not say we.
I am speculating if he gets fired, what's going to be the team's psychology going into this tournament. I am speculating as to who might retaliate if he gets fired. You know, I am speculating on, you know, a lot of things. You know, I mean, this just don't look good. I mean, there's a lot of nasty.
Me not think the coach I get fired still.
To me, that doesn't make any sense.
Me not think he might get fired.
It does not make sense.
The JFF cannot do that. Because of what is at stake right now, where the girls are. Me no want to say the word, but me not think the JFF have the guts. Let me use that term there. To do that.
I don't think they have the financial.
Not even me not go so far, Kyle. Me not gonna financial. It past that. Me not think say them have the guts to do it.
Based on what?
What? When you have to look on it now, what has the coach breached? And we don't know the terms of contract. But what we heard is that him basically tell her, so the girls don't want them you to come on the bus. So you just get off the bus. Me no believe so then can fire him on base off that. Is it now emotions are run wild? Is it the emotions running wild and a man fee saying get this, so a man forget Dasher because he get this? In Kyle? Because you know Jamaicans see when they come on to this, you know.
That's exactly what
we not take this, you know.
But from what I'm hearing, this is the rumblings I'm hearing. That's exactly what happened. She said she felt embarrassed. And God has no fury like a woman scorned. Mm-hmm. She felt scorned. So therefore, everybody have a feeling.
People, want to tell me that in the comment section, what do you believe the coach breached in that scenario? Any terms of his contract? We don't know his contract, but in that scenario, what do you think him breach? By siding with the girls? Hey, listen to me now. You guys know how to put some humor at the thing, you know. Man, them say if Tapa want work with the girls, them because too many overseas girls.
What up, 15? He breached her feelings. You hear that? Oh, said that. Jerome 8876. The coach did not tell her to come off the bus. He said it's either she or the girls.
But when you put her in another position, it basically you run her off, you know, because you know that him not gonna choose the girl. So you basically indirectly run her off.
Well, look, she said her feelings. No, she said she feel embarrassed. and she feel embarrassed because Coach Donaldson told her that it's either him or the girls. Okay, so she knows where it's coming from, So she expect Coach Donaldson to take up for her, which he could not do because the alternative was if you get on, the girls are going to come off. So she putting Coach Donaldson in a hard place, or knowing that anywhere him go, Maka joking. Because if him take her side, it means she's going to ride the bus by herself because the girls are going to come off. But like you said, maybe there was a third way how he could have dealt with it, where he could have spoken to the girls, spoken to the JFF representative, and iron out a third way. Maybe he did. I don't know. That is the problem. I do not know. Because Donaldson doesn't look like a man who will just listen. I believe he's a mediator. That's how he strikes me. So, I don't know. I don't know the full context, but it don't look good.
Kyle, don't say nothing. Give me a minute.
Yeah. I'll just read out the comments. Fresh God at Stephen Wright. Fox JFF started something massive when they fired Vin because of the girls. Duncan Stennett, the coach, was merely protecting the girls from witnessing the lady massacring a two-piece bathing suit. Rob Smith, anybody could have qualified them. All we to do is to beat up some Caribbean team. Oh boy. Jason Gunnar, a person of the girls on the team.
All right, Kyle. 1 minute, Kyle. 1 minute. People, we have coach Sir Dennis Chong on the phone right now. Coach Dennis, I'm saying coach because I'm rushing.
Yeah, man.
Sir Chong, what is really happening with the Reggae Girlz situation?
In terms of what? Because you'd have seen
talks about the coach should be fired. Has that meeting been held as yet?
Yeah, I don't know where that information is coming from. That someone called me and said the coach is fired, or if people think he should be fired, then that's people's opinion, right? We can't speak to that, but we have had no discussion or any decision internally about the coach being fired.
Reconnecting. Bad spot. Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Sorry, yeah. Hello? Sorry about that. Yeah. No, man, it's a call coming in.
Okay.
We've had a discussion with the girls, and they have told us that their full commitment is to go into the World Cup and doing well. As you know, it suits them also because the more they progress at the World Cup is the more guaranteed individual funds they get in prize money.
Right.
So our focus is on getting to the World Cup, and I think that Jamaica's focus should be going to the World Cup and doing well.
So, Mr. Chong, everything's solved. We don't have meeting and everything's solved.
You mean with the girls?
Yeah, agreements have been made to make payments and to sort out all the things that they outlined in their letter.
Well. All the things that have been outlined, we have been, many of the things that we've noted them, and a lot of the things we have already dealt with. Some of the things when we look at it, we didn't really see that there are issues that needed to be addressed. Some of the things were issues.
Probably the next caller come in. Give us a second. Yeah, man. Go ahead.
Yeah, sorry. We met with the most important stakeholders, which is the girls, and the girls have expressed that they are committed to the process. So I don't know if there's something else out there that we need to know.
No, man.
You know what I mean?
I just played an audio clip coming from one of the broadcasting companies that coming out of a meeting. Some persons believe that the coach should lose his job because of what happened with the bus situation. And we understand that there was a meeting that was lined up with yourself and the coach. And also, sources were telling them that another coach was contacted, but he turned down the offer. Can you debunk some of these things that have
Yeah,
been said?
somebody called me about that. I don't know of any offer being made to any other coach. And as I said, there has been no decision to fire any coach, right? There are discussions that have taken place around the issues, and the whole thing of the situation with Director Walker Brown was discussed also, you know. And we're looking at everything and going through the process. But as I said, the most important thing right now for us is to get to the World Cup and do well in the World Cup.
All right. Was there a timeline set to make the payments owed to the girls?
No, what the president has said, right, is that by the end of the World Cup, we will pay all the outstanding amounts, based on the funds that are coming in. Because the truth is that the JFF is in a tough financial situation because of debts past. We have been improving it. We've been paying down a lot of it. As I said, we actually have a tax compliance certificate now because we've paid up all the tax principal outstanding. And to the end of May, we have a slight surplus, but we have the back money, the legacy debt, which we've had to be servicing because we took people's goods and services and we have to pay them. And we've been doing that slowly, right? Not as fast as we want, but we have been doing that. And those things are going to plague us for a little while because of where we're coming from, but we're slowly getting there. We expect that by the end of the third quarter this year, which is what we projected, that we'll be in a better financial position and would have paid off quite a bit of the people that we owe, right? And that's what we're trying to do. So we're focused on those things, and we're focused on trying to get our girls up. Our boys are there also, in the Gold Cup. Those are the things.
But Mr. Chong, in terms of the girls and the boys, hold on, may I wait till him forward back? Okay, more caller come in. Yeah, Mr. Chong. In terms of
man.
In terms of the girls
and
the
15 boys going to them.
Man, I have that
in terms of what?
In terms of the girls and the boys, do you believe that the JFF is not paying enough attention to the girls?
No, I don't think so. In fact, I think that from a resources point of view, in terms of human capacity and also money, we actually spend more on the girls. Right? Okay. I can safely say that.
Are there any outstanding monies owed to the boys?
Yes.
Oh,
yeah.
Right.
Yeah, man, we have a lot of money outstanding from a long time.
So,
what we've been trying to do is pay up.
You know what? Hey, one thing them tell you is when people work, they need their money, Mr. Chong. Oh, yeah.
I totally agree with you.
Right? You have been paid, right?
Yes, but what we need to do is that, and those things in the past, we have to rectify them and what we owe to them. Right. But what we need to do, which was not happening, is that we need to prepare a budget for each thing. Right. And we need to make sure we have the funding for it, which is why one of the things that I spoke about is that when Colombia came to us and said they could play us the 25th in Jamaica and the 29th in Colombia, I said, I cannot afford to go to Colombia unless I have a sponsor.
Okay.
Right. Because I go based on the budget. And I have to identify funding, which is why year to date, May, we have a small surplus of $9 million on the books, right? Because we ensure that we have a budget, and the budget is approved, and we identify where the funding is coming from.
So what you gonna do with that surplus? If you don't
That
mind.
surplus,
Yes.
pay off my debt.
So Mr. Chong, we can be honest
pay
with
the
you.
boys, pay the girls.
Mr. Chong,
Yeah,
we
man.
can be honest with you. You know, say
Yeah, man.
JFF is not going to stop get the beaten until some of these issues are solved. And it's so I want to ask you the question. How are you feeling in this position right now? You're past 6 months. How are you feeling in this position?
Boy, it's a lot.
And because of some
it's a lot. It's a lot.
Some mistakes, some maladministration that is taking place now, Mr. Chong. I wonder if you really
well, it's a lot.
Good.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
Yeah, Kyle, you want to ask
a question? Lot.
Yeah, one question, Mr. Chong. This is Kyle here from the Reggae Boyz, Reggae Girlz Supporters Club. When are you going to have an online media presence like you do with Simon Preston for the Reggae Girlz? The boys have Simon Preston.
Right. The boys have Simon Preston,
Right.
The boys have Simon Preston, what?
Simon Preston, right. When are the girls going to get their equivalent?
Well, I don't understand that question. What do you mean equivalent? No, we have a PR, we have a press officer.
But the boys have an online vlogger presence, basically, in Simon Preston. When are the girls going to have an online vlogger presence like that?
Yeah, but I don't understand that question, to be honest with you, because
let me see if I can help
those
you, Mr.
things.
Hold on, Mr. Chong. Let me see if I can help you. He's saying that based off what is happening, how much traction the Reggae Boyz are getting due to the addition of Simon Preston, and we're not seeing it on the girls' side. If there's gonna be an improvement to that.
Yeah, but I don't understand why you say you're not seeing the news on the girls' side.
When you had your press conference, you had Simon Preston. You're bringing in the vloggers, asking questions.
Yeah.
So when you're going to have someone like that who is media friendly for the girls, that online present who can basically ask questions, interview the girls, bring them more in tune with their fans. You have Crystal up there in England, I believe, who will be a nice candidate, and was asking the questions for all of the fans.
No, I don't. Listen. I don't think that question makes sense, to be honest with you.
Why not?
We had a press conference with the girls here. We had a press conference here with the girls last week.
No, but it never come on
persons
here.
Were invited from.
No, it never. It said it was gonna come on here, but it never happened. And I guess that's why Kyle is making that point. It never happened. It never.
Oh, yeah. But that was because that's not because we didn't have the capacity to do it. That was because it was something that was done. The press conference was organized very quickly, right? And what we wanted to do is announce the KFC sponsorship, right? So I don't think that question is really a very relevant question. I mean, if we want, listen. Organizations don't.
No,
organizations don't. Organizations don't work like that.
Yeah,
it don't mean that because someone is working with one set of people, then we don't have the expertise available other places. And
I concur with that. But you know why I think he asked that question. I don't really want to speak for him, but we kind of understand it.
Yeah.
Because we're in the YouTube space and we listen to the voice of the fans. Remember, the girls are going to World Cup.
Yeah.
And like with the boys, you're having interviews, you see it putting up on the channel and so forth. Basically, he's saying he needs an equivalent to what is happening with the boys for the girls. It is just as simple as that.
Simple as that, right?
Yeah, but listen, when you talk about social media dominance over the past few days, it has been about the girls. It's just for the wrong reason.
Well, that is what we're saying, Mr. Chung. We want the positive reasons. Exactly, you have to connect positively with your fans.
But Yeah, but that has nothing to do with the expertise. That is having to do with the issues that are surrounding at the time. So when you ask a question like that, I don't understand that question.
Oh,
What you must ask the question is, if I can help you with that,
help me out.
is say, when are we going to see that the focus, right, is on the progressive things around the girls rather than the issues? That is what the question must be.
Mr. Chong,
And
I
then
want to
my
ask you.
answer,
I
and
want.
then hold on, no, wait, let me give my answer now. Let me give my answer now, right? And then my answer to that will be, listen, we are working to ensure that those are the things that we'll focus on. Just like when we start the interview, I said to you, our focus is on the World Cup,
Right, but Mr. Chong,
right?
I want to
That is
ask
what the
you.
answer will be.
Let me
Yeah,
ask
man, go
you,
ahead.
when are we going to have the positives around the JFF? Let me ask that question. Because Mr. Chong, I get whole pan media coverage, but it is for the wrong reasons, like you said with the
I
girls.
agree.
When is it
Yes,
going to be
yes, yes.
fixed? Tell us, the fans need to be
Yeah, yeah.
reassured.
So those things are work in progress, right? And I always said at the start that, listen, we're going to have our ups and downs, and we've had some ups, right? But we're going to have some ups and downs, right? Because we have systemic issues, right? We have systemic issues that we need to deal with,
Mr. Chong, you remember the first
right?
time we
And
interview on the show here, and we said to you, I want tough
yeah,
position here going, I know. Right now, Mr.
yeah,
Chong.
yeah, and
When you just come on the show, you sound perky, right now. I
I
sound
don't sound
bass.
perky now.
No, man, I sound bass line where here, man. You know, you sound
No,
stressful. You sound
no,
stressed
no,
out.
no, no. Oh, me sound stressed out?
Yeah, man, like he pressure on the job, man.
Yeah,
I lick
your
you
voice
right
No,
now.
heavy.
it is a lot. It is no. It is a lot of pressure, right? But there are some issues that we need to deal with. There are some issues that I can address. It's not things I can address publicly,
Publicly.
right? But there are some issues that we need to deal with because we do have some systemic issues, right? And we've been trying to resolve them. As I said to you, right? The first time in 10 years or more, JFF has a tax compliance certificate, right?
So that
We
is
made a
progress. That is
surplus to the
progress.
end. Yeah, we made a surplus to the end of May, right? No, you can't. We're not going to be able to run this organization properly. And I also said to you, we never used to do budgets when we talk about traveling, right? No, that is why we're in a surplus position at the end of May because we have to be cutting. And let me tell you something, right? The biggest change that we have and we're trying to make is culture, right?
Yes.
That's the biggest change. The culture is something we have to change, right?
So
And those
how
things
you
are
plan?
happening.
Those things are
But but
happening. You are
but listen,
putting things in place for that to happen in the JFF because
things are being put in place, but it's not everything I can talk about, right? That's what I would say. And as I said, I give it until maybe the third to fourth quarter this year, which is what I've always said, right? Based on the projections, we give it to about the third to fourth quarter, right? But the truth is that um, when change is happening, in many times when change is happening, the volatility you see is resistance.
so so there is resistance in the JFF then to the changes that are to
I'm
come.
not saying that. I'm
But
not saying that.
I'm
I'm saying
asking. I'm asking.
the resistance don't necessarily mean resistance from people, but resistance to processes, right? To systems and that sort of thing as you make change,
But may I ask you, Mr.
right?
Chong, is there
So
resistance from within to the changes that you're trying to implement?
from within,
Yes.
from within,
Yes.
no, I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say there's resistance from within. Um, you have resistance because of long-standing traditions and that sort of thing,
But that
right?
that would be
And you have to make
resistance
those
from within.
changes. Yeah, well, if you want to put it that way, yeah.
You just say some people stuck in them ways, and then
You see, that's why I know that's why I never want to say we didn't, because you're putting it down to people. You're putting it down to people, right? Which I know that's what he was talking about.
Of course, you
understand?
Yeah, exactly.
But I'm not saying that, right?
So how?
Yeah,
how
that's why I answered like that.
All right, me figure, man. Me figure. Yeah, listen, keen and I try answer in a diplomatic way. Me understand what I try to. But you said that we should see some of these changes in the latter quarter this year. What if we don't see it?
The third, right.
What if we don't see it?
Boy, let me tell you something. If you don't see it, that means we have a problem. But right, as I said, there are some things that we've seen. We've seen, I mean, internally, we've seen some improvements because, I mean, remember, well, I didn't want to go there.
No, man, go there. There
are some things. No,
Mr. Chong,
I can't go there.
You see, JFF not tell you what go on. But them are going to speculate.
Yeah, man, but in certain things, it's better people speculate, because I'm not going to say something that's going to create issues.
All
right?
Keep your cards to your chest, Mr. Chong. Keep your cards to your chest. And I really wish that you come to. Believe me, I am rooting for you, because, boy,
yeah, man.
I don't want to turn around and beat you. Believe me.
No, beat me, right? But what I'm saying to you, listen, as I said to you, I don't know what this, as an accountant, I can tell you, people understand finances. When I said to you that the JFF has a tax compliance certificate in the first time in 10 or more years, you understand what I mean?
Explain to the non-accounting mind.
A tax compliance certificate says that you are up to date in your tax payments.
Mm-hmm.
So you say all the statutory taxes and things,
up to date,
right? You are up to date, which means that we can now import things in the name of JFF. You know how significant that is? Right? When I say to you, right, that to the end of May, we are showing a slight surplus.
But Mr. Chong,
in the income statement.
Mr. Chong, I understand that from an accounting standpoint, but that cannot be something that should be the primary highlight of what is taking place.
No, but the fact of the matter, hold on, but the fact of the matter is that if you don't fix those things, the other things that won't fix.
Right. It opens up lines of credit.
And also, if you understand what those things are, you'll understand the implication behind it. Right? So when I say things like that, look at the implication behind it.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying? And that's why I say something which is a lot, but a lot of people don't understand.
Well, Mr. Chong, the JFF has failed the football, to be honest. And you say you're trying and you're putting these, we are going to change, Mr. Chong, but trust me, it people, you know what them call the JFF? Netflix series, Mr. Chong, because every minute you can expect something to happen,
So, all right. So tell me now, and I have a run, right?
Yeah.
But tell me now, what are the issues that you see out there that are problems?
Most, if not all, of the things where the girls made mention of.
Yeah, but listen.
Mm-hmm.
If you listen to the news over the past few days, right? All right, tell me about those things. What are the things? And give me examples of the things that have been mentioned that are the issues.
Hold on, I have to look for the letter, Mr. Chong. But all I can say is that right now the JFF has been a maladministration.
No. But you have a responsibility that when things are said, to understand what is behind it.
Yeah, but you have to tell me now if it is not so.
No, but you made a statement.
Let me find the
You
letter.
made
Let
a
me find the letter.
statement.
But Dennis,
So if you,
Let me
so
find
if,
the letter.
but Dennis, wasn't there a letter published by the girls which outlays some of the consternation and concerns that they have, which relate to the
right,
JFF? So
and
how can you
therefore,
say? Go ahead.
yes, yes, and therefore you need to say, okay, someone says these are issues. What are the examples of the issues that are being talked about?
So let
Because
me tell
somebody
them now.
published something, it means that it's a go.
Let me tell them now. All right.
Yeah.
Subpar planning. We know that about the JFF. Transportation issue.
All right, so
we never know about the transportation. Hold on, Mr. Chong. We never know about the transportation issues.
Yeah.
Because people, it's like them now have no set time for a vehicle come for them to carry them, got training on time and all of those things. And that happens right across the board.
And that happens?
Right across the board.
That happens? When did it happen?
So are you saying that the girls are making up things?
When I am asking you listen, you are the one making the statements. I'm asking when did it happen?
All right. According, let me put in that, Mr. Chung. According to what this
so you're gone there now.
So now
you're gone there now. No. But coach, you had made a statement which you was saying was a statement of fact.
Well, all right, let me ask you.
Right, so I'm saying to you, if you are making a statement, tell me when it happened.
I might cannot exactly tell you when it happened, but Mr. Trump, are you saying? Hold
on. How you must make a statement?
Because
when you don't know when it happened.
The statement is based off the letter that was published in the media.
Yeah, but listen. If I send out a letter and say, boy, listen, Coach Means didn't have much sense because I just believe him have no sense.
No, but I'm reading what was said in Mr. Chong. Mr. Chong, are you then
yes, but you made a statement. Hold on. Coach.
Right.
You made a statement.
So let me clarify this.
You made a statement as if those things are statements of fact.
Let me clarify the statement. Are you telling me, Mr. Chong, that the JFF administration is not administration based off some of these
I would
things?
never I would never say hold on no. I would never say that there are not issues, but I'm saying that if you are going to read something, tell me what the examples are, because I don't know of any transportation coming at a time when it's not supposed to come.
All right, hold on. So let me read them and you debunk them, Mr. Chung. So we are gonna know if whatever was said is true.
but you don't conclude said true already.
No, you are gonna debunk them. They said there's communication issues. Is there a communication issue? They are saying, Mr. Chong,
yes. Listen.
There's accessibility issue, proper resources. Mr. Chong, are you telling me that all of those things are fallacy?
No, so let me ask you. No. So let me teach you something now. As a journalist, you have a responsibility to ensure that when somebody says, listen, you know that is an issue, you need to say, so what is the example of the issue that you're talking about?
I get that, Mr. Chong, but you still not answering. You're trying to deflect. You're deflected, Mr. Chong.
No, I'm not deflected because all of those things, Coach. Listen, Coach, hear me now, man. All of those things that you spoke about, we have answered over the past few days,
Yeah, but me not here. That's why I ask you now.
So because everything I'm gonna listen to is YouTube.
No.
So Coach, can I ask a question?
Because me not here on YouTube. Let me ask you now. Call you forget answers, Mr. Chung.
All right. So tell me what. So no, but and that's why this is the first thing you should have asked me about. right? But the first thing that you did is say, boy, there are issues, Ray.
No, when you just call me,
What you should have done, should have done. No, coach, what you should have done first. You should have said, boy, Dennis, you know what? We have this letter. What can you tell us about these things?
Right, but that's why I told
but
you.
That wasn't the first thing. That wasn't the first thing that you said.
No, I asked you.
You tell me, say, I'm speaking in baritone.
No.
You tell me, say, I'm speaking in baritone and all of them things there.
Mr. Chong. Listen.
Dennis is deflecting.
No,
yeah,
man.
When you enter the call,
coach,
Mr. Chong, listen. When you enter the call, I asked you what are to clarify the issues that surrounding the girls and what you said.
All right. So let's go ahead. Ask them quickly. And that's a statement in itself, you know. Because what I'm saying is that there are no real big issues.
And you said
that's a statement in itself. So therefore, right.
Explain about the coach.
So therefore, I have to go and do something. But I'm gonna give you the time to ask me, and I see how quickly I can answer them. So what are the issues you said now?
All right. The girl said, according to this letter, they have to put it like Mr. Chong.
Right. No, I'm not deflecting. No, my answer, you know.
They express concern resulting from subpar planning, transportation issues, accommodation issues.
All right, just ask one by one which one you want to deal with.
Subpar planning.
All right. So what is the example of the subpar planning?
Didn't give any example. So there's no subpar planning.
So therefore I assume so therefore I assume then that it had to do with the matches. Right? Because those are the things that were mentioned, right? You see, with regard to the matches, we had a match set up for the 29th of June. That match was supposed to happen on the 25th, and it could not happen because we did not have a venue. The only two venues in Jamaica is the National Stadium and Sabina, because Catherine Hall is closed, and those were unavailable.
So because that didn't happen, they
before that, hold on. Before that, right? We were trying to get Puerto Rico, and Puerto Rico, we signed an agreement with Puerto Rico, right? And follow up. Puerto Rico say on many calls, they're going to sign, they're going to send to us. Any emails we sent to them, they said they're going to sign, send to us. Eventually, after about 6 emails, we had to write to Puerto Rico and copy CFU and say, what is happening? To this date, Puerto Rico has not responded to us. And what we had to do at that point is get and call Colombia, because as I tell you, I couldn't afford to fly to Colombia on the 29th as was planned, as was wanted, right? I said to them, can you come to Jamaica and play? They say, yes, we can come on the 25th. We signed up something with them. We agreed to pay their airfare. On the 25th, when we check on the call, they said, those places are not available, right? The coach said he would have been willing to go up to the 25th. We said, coach, would you go up to the 29th? Call Colombia at the same time. Colombia said, yes, they'll come and play on the 29th. The coach said, you know what? I'd rather have a camp June the 11th to 20th.
So, all right.
Right?
All right.
So that is what I think would be the most detrimental thing in terms of planning, right? Which we couldn't avoid it because we had signed an agreement with Puerto Rico, right? The reference is made to the boys, right? And say, how come the boys have a match? It's easier to get games from in, number one. But number two is that once with the boys, we had 3 options lined up. And we said, coach, we have these 3 within 24 hours. The coach came back and said, okay, give me that one. And we went with it. So what you need to ask yourself is how come an organization, the same organization, is able to plan so quickly for the boys, but we had an issue with the girls, right? And the issue for that is because it's not as easy to find a game, number one.
And that's why
number two, we had
planning, sir.
Right. Yeah, but then
so that is checked.
But then so it's not something we could have done. We tried everything. In fact, we actually started the planning for the girls before the boys.
All right. So transportation now.
Right, and we tried everything.
Transportation. What kind of
What's the transportation issue?
May I ask you? What sort of transportation
All right.
issue they said that they had?
So as far as I understand, right, the transportation was that on the first day of training, that they had one bus that came instead of two, and therefore there was not enough room on the bus going out to Annex Garden from New Kingston for everybody to sit down, right? And that was the issue with the first day. After that, right, when it was, and that was an issue from management. After that, it was determined that we need to send two.
That's a big issue.
I'm not saying no, but I'm saying
remember,
that's the issue.
There was no
right?
issue before, no, Mr. Chong. And you see, we are going through it one by one, and we are finding them out.
Did not say that. Did not say that. Right? I didn't say that, but that is what happened with that, right? And that is not something, as I said to them when I met them, I said, boy, do you expect that the president is going to know what's happening with transportation? No. What we need to do from an administration is put in place a system where when you request something, you get it. Right? So a transportation request was made, right? And transportation was sent. Right?
So
what happened is that
it wasn't properly done, and one bus came instead of two, and yeah, people are stand up. So we could move on, Sir Chong. Accommodation. What sort of accommodation issues? Somebody are calling him soon chipping back, people. Yeah, man. What kind of accommodation
Hello,
issues?
yeah, man.
Accommodation reach.
Well,
accommodation issues.
I don't know, because we always put them up at hotels.
Okay. So
and the Ghana national team came here, and the Trinidad national team men's, and they stayed up at the center, but we put them up at hotels, which is better than the center.
All right, so that's 2-1 there, sir. No nutrition.
I don't know what the issue is that is, because the selection of the menu is made by the team doctor and the physical trainer. We just pay for it.
Okay. Accessibility,
so we don't provide
player
meals.
Resources.
What are the resources you're talking about?
What they mentioned to you, Mr. Chong? They must mention something.
We didn't discuss that. We didn't discuss that one. One of the things that was discussed when you talk about resources is that there was not enough petty cash to buy snacks.
To buy what?
Snacks.
Okay.
And our response to that was, well, we provided the petty cash that was requested.
Okay.
But I don't think you expect the president to provide snacks.
Anyways, let's move on from the snacks argument, because we have pressing issue. We have also showed up repeatedly without receiving contractual agreement upon compensation. Before you answer that one, did the girls get a contract to sign?
Yes.
So you
and I did mention. Hold on. Of course, I did mention to you that there's monies outstanding for a while for the girls and the boys. And what we're trying to do, we're trying to pay them off. In fact, some of the money that's outstanding from last year, we have paid it up. And we've paid all the reimbursements that are substantiated by invoices, because as we said to them, we cannot pay anything not substantiated by invoices, right? Because that's a FIFA rule, right? Number one. And number two, we've paid, we pay all the per diem as current. We owe them some from before. But we're trying to pay all of that down. Right. That's what I'm saying to you. There are financial issues that we have to pay down the debt.
But because we're going through the itemizing the issues, Mr. Chong, that one I will come back.
Yeah. And that one also, remember, I told you that one the president made.
Based on what we
hold on.
Administration is
hold on. No, you put it in lead.
Because based on what we go through, Mr. Chong, you'd have missed out on doing some of the things that you're supposed to do. So these are the issues that
but like what? The payments.
The only thing you're leading, Mr. Chong, accommodation, because you say keep them at hotel. That's the only thing you're leading,
Yeah. So what are the other things that
you said that there were like no issues, and then you conclude that there are issues based on
what are the ones that you're talking about?
We talk about the planning, we talk about the transportation, the training contract.
Yeah, but the plan, but listen. If you sign something with a country and them don't, and you had an agreement and them say, boy, we're not going, and then you organize another match, right? So it's not that I would never kill the persons in here for not doing what they need to do.
Yeah, but based on what the coach wanted,
we couldn't bring Puerto Rico here to play if them no want to play.
Yeah, that is true. But based off the technical person, you always say you don't mess in technical things. If the coach wants a game to be played at a particular time and he doesn't get it at that particular time, the onus is on him to take it to not want the game again. Even though you'd have put in
and that's true. So but guess what, coach? But coach, let me tell you something.
Yeah.
Right? One of the things that kill me about is the money that we owe to the people, right? And that's why I'm saying if I cannot find a budget to go somewhere, I'm not going. I have to consider that too.
That is true.
I can't spend money I don't have.
That is true, but it's still Mr. Chong, and these are the technical persons now. They will hold you accountable even if you don't have a red cent or any of the new money. So you have to take that responsibility.
But guess what? If I don't but if I don't have money, I'm not going to spend. I can't spend it.
I know you can't spend it if you don't have it, but you have to look on the other side. You're still going to be held accountable, whether you have the money or not. The game wasn't planned in the period of time that it wanted to, or they wanted it. Go ahead, Cranky.
So Dennis, listened to the conversation, and Coach went through all the things that the girl indicated were concerns. Obviously, there's three sides to a story.
Yeah,
we have to have all three sides to make an informed view as to who is saying what. But here's my question: you mentioned before about changing the culture. So you can't change culture holistically without changing people, right? Because people inform the culture. So you can't change culture without changing people. And the problem we have seen historically is the competence of the people executing the function that needs to be executed. So you mentioned sometime in the third quarter we'll see changes. Does those changes translate to people?
Okay. Listen. I live in an age.
It's a yes or no question, by the way.
I'm not answering your question. you want to get me in problem with the people that I work with. Listen. You want to get me in problem with people I work with.
But you're the one mentioned you have to change the culture, Wait, but Dennis, you're the one mentioned you have to change the culture, Dennis. And culture is strategy for breakfast, right? And right now the breakfast is being lunch, dinner, breakfast being eaten.
Listen. You have the right to say anything you want, but I know that I have to live with it.
All right, so I have another question, Dennis. You keep mentioning this $9 million surplus on your income statement, which suggests you're in the positive. Yeah. But as you and I know, you can focus on the balance sheet because that's where you owe money or you actually have money. Do you have money?
Okay. So that's a very intelligent question, right? So year to date, as I said, we make a surplus, right? But as you say, you go to the balance sheet, there's a big debt on the balance sheet. And what I need to do is as I accumulate the surplus, I have to now use that surplus to pay off my balance sheet debts and bring my net current assets more let down in terms of the liability on it, right? And that is the strategy. And that's why I say when I project until the end of the year, right, I'm going to be in a better position once I continue the changes that are being made and the controls and the expenditures.
So here's the thing, Dennis, which I find interesting, right? Here's the challenge that I have. So your financial statements are always issued very, very late, right? So we can't even take them, assess them, discern them, and provide a context and perspective to the audience who we engage with. Why can't we get some more interim information? Because it will only help you now, Dennis. Because more people say the JFF have money. We hear that all the time.
No, but I remember, that I report. I have a corporate governance structure, right? And we can't issue our numbers even to FIFA, we don't issue our audited statements until it goes to Congress. So
Right.
that's a governance structure we have. So I mean, I would love to share it with you, but then if I do that, I might have to come to coach's desk with you.
Because I appreciate that a football program has with two different components to it, girls and men's team, is expensive to run.
Right.
But if one has a view as what the revenue sources are, the revenue you're getting in, the timing of those revenues, as it relates to your expenses and to the net surplus or deficit.
But listen. Look at the last audited statements that published. Understand what's happening in terms of the Adidas in contract and so, and you can see where the revenue sources are. The revenue sources don't change much apart from Adidas.
Well, the difference between sources and the amount of revenues, right? Because if your revenue source increase exponentially in terms of the amount of revenues, and allow you to pay down your debt and pay on your expenses.
Yeah, but I told you that what I've done to the end of May is increase revenues and reduce expenses.
Right. All right. So here's my last point. Sorry, coach. Here's my last point.
Yeah.
The team in Austria now, where Omar and Simon are.
They're in the US now.
They're in the US now, but they're in Austria. I'm talking about the Austria situation. They seem to be. I don't hear any complaints coming to any situation. I saw Simon's press conference was well run, which means you have brought on board some more competent people in certain roles. I think coach's question, Kai's question before was why aren't we doing the same for the girls in terms of media person and or a manager, even though you may have an existing person? Let's all agree that hasn't worked as desired.
Thank you.
Yeah, listen. You will not going to pay my legal fees when I answer them questions. You know?
That is a simple one, though, Dennis.
Coach.
Yeah. Go ahead. We have an him now to answer.
Listen.
All right, go ahead, Sir Chong. Go ahead.
Yeah, guys. I have like 2 minutes literally left. I have to make a call.
Coach.
Cataract one field.
Coach.
I don't mean if you ask Mr. Chong.
No, you have me at the bottom of the screen, and you have me in an elephant man. I signal the plane.
You see, I use the 2 minutes cataract. I tell you what.
Yeah, well, I have 1.5 minutes now.
You got 30 seconds.
Mr. Chong, I want to ask a very important question and then a follow up, and that's it. Promise you.
Yeah, man.
Away fans in Chicago.
Yeah.
What is the designation and security arrangements for those of us who will be, and was the JFF given a designated section for the away Jamaica fans versus the USA? That's the first question, and I'll ask a run up after that.
I am not aware of a designated section. I mean, that is something I'd have to check with the manager who is handling all of that. I had spoken to him earlier this week. He said he didn't have all the details yet. So, I mean, check me back tomorrow, coach, and let's talk tomorrow, and I can give you that information.
All right. Follow up.
And the other question is about the Austria League of Matches that just passed. Coach, we had a press conference. Oh, you know what? Let me wheel and come again.
Jesus.
No, man. Because I'm not going to do that. Coach, I want to ask you.
Yeah, 20 seconds.
20 seconds. The press conference policy, Mr. Chong. The last two press conferences were run differently from any other, where the press officer sought to delineate the media houses. And it was stated that the print and television mainstream media should ask questions first. They were permitted to ask 3, 4, 5, 6 questions. And those of us who are accredited media from the online, we were restricted to 1. Is this a new policy of the JFF? And if it is, are you aware that?
No, it isn't. And if that's a legitimate complaint. And if it is one, then, we can deal with that. But that there's no policy on that.
Okay. All right.
I think it's just the person who was running it. Yeah.
Okay. And I just want to say, Mr. Chong, could you have you cleared out a space for the Gold Cup? at the JFF.
When you say clear out of space,
Then I will go coach. I trophy me attack, Mr. Chong.
Listen. If we win the Gold Cup, I will give them a floor.
Then it's even clearer. Some people first when clear out space to Gold Cup.
Yes, it is.
I will catch you another time, Mr.
What, Mr. Chong? I just
visa thing.
Guys,
as you leave, Mr. Chong, I just want to clarify this.
Yeah.
Initially, I said that maladministration, right? And you said my argument now,
Yeah.
the fact. We went through the things and we itemized them. And based on my account, maladministration is leading. So it goes to show that there are some things that the JFF and yourself need to do to get back the trust of the people and the footballers, the players who are your main resources. Thank you very much for
yeah, man, I agree
us.
with you. I agree with you. I agree with you.
Thank
I agree with you.
Thank you,
All
Mr.
right, yeah, man.
Thank you for
All right,
joining
cool.
us.
Yeah,
All right,
man.
cool.
All right, yeah. Mhm.
Coach.
Hold on, Cataract. Your time now. Let me discipline you.
No, man. I just want to suggest something.
No,
Someone
hold
there,
on, man. Hold on, Cataract.
make a comment. Go ahead. All right, go ahead.
No,
Go ahead.
make a
I'm a
comment.
discipline.
Go on. Make
I'm a
it go on.
disciplined youth. I'm a
Yeah,
disciplined.
we are disciplined you. I told you, well, you say you're coming at the thing, you let you in on the street. Me see how wave your hand and then you're gonna
You're
comment.
signal
about
the
signal.
plane.
But you must be respectful. Cranky was on the floor. And the like said, you come in and nobody now talk and we disregard you.
No, but coach, you have me at the bottom of the screen.
Me
And
have you at the bottom of the screen.
And there was green sitting. One green.
Cataract.
One man jump
Cataract.
at green money. Coach,
Cataract. You
And your fault, coach, you let him in. And your fault, you let him in.
True. And my fault for letting in. And you come in with your one bag of foolishness. Just wait a turn, the boss.
Lord have mercy. Coach, suppose somebody did screenshot me now.
Me not care.
I when me I run in the next election, now I might have me that green something for me.
So all the people them will talk about
Big up yourself, coach.
Mr.
Punk
Chong.
Street and a Punk Street.
Mr. Chong come for me show and a bad me up. Wanna see what the last thing we say? All right.
No,
Me name Minzy here.
But Mr. Chong, get a new name now. Stammer. Call him
So
Stammer.
gentlemen, what are your thoughts on this whole thing?
Coach, I want to address one thing. Please, I ask you. You were in the press conference. Siobhan Brown said he watched the press conference and nothing like that happened. Can you confirm that on the press conference on Sunday and Monday, the press officer indicated that mainstream media will ask their questions first and be given priority, and they could ask their follow-up questions, and online media was restricted to one question, and we had to wait? Because I know some men are madman.
So me I have to clarify that.
No, someone in the comment section is challenging.
But somebody said that if we have 3 more persons saying it, Cataract, me answer it.
I can't depend on you. Cranky.
Yes, it's true. I was in the conference and having thought about it, I did speak to some people about it, by the way. It was the situation. In fact, I only got to ask half of a question because Simon was saying that we are limited to 1 and they were short on time, but he gave preference to the mainstream media.
And we not ask only one question. I mean, I agree.
No. The second time around, it was 1. You only got 1 question. So the first conference, yes,
because of
you got more than 1.
The amount of persons that had their hand up.
No. But coach, he allowed the mainstream to ask 2 questions in the second press conference, and when he got to the new media, time had run short, and he only allowed them to ask 1 question. You can go back and play it.
No, I know that happened, but I know everybody asks 1 because at the time.
No, because some people force them if he asks 2.
Yeah, you have to be bothered. Sometimes you have to be bothered.
No, but he did segregate the media though.
That is true. That is true. And as Cataract correctly pointed it out, Mr. Chong said talk about it or sort it out. I don't think it should be like that though, for real. So I might be laughing about it, but you're not supposed to. Once we did it, who for and go up first?
Yes. That should be the case.
You go sequentially based off the hands that went up.
Thank you very much, Coach. Because
so
I'm serious about my constitutional rights.
Yeah, man. So Holmes, I say, Mr. Chong school me. Mr. Chong was deflecting, man. Y'all know that.
And that's why politicians fool people at Jamaica, you know, because he taking deflecting as
and Cranky, if you notice me stick to my point, me nah switch. Him a deflect.
Mr. Chong was under pressure.
Him under pressure. That's why I'm saying sound like him under pressure.
But give Dennis some credit though for coming on the program. He's trying to nick these things in the bud, even though they don't really get nicked because he can't answer half the question. But he did say, Coach, when you go hold him to, at the end, I'm going to put my way. At the end of the third quarter this year, we'll see. I'm going to put in my own words, material changes, right? So all these problems he's having that be figured out and worked out by end of third quarter. Is the way I interpret what he said. So yeah.
Cranky.
So that's why we say when you reach third quarter now, if not change, we still have a beat.
But
and you say, well, I've beaten off
Cranky. Coach and Cranky, what else happens in the third and fourth quarter?
It's a child. Don't you hear what he said? It's a people issue. He said the culture has to change.
Elections. That's what I'm hinting at.
Okay.
Oh yeah. So based on that, then you're gonna know what really gonna happen.
Thank you.
Yeah. Caller online. Welcome.
Yeah, man. Issa, I'm there again, man. You know.
Yeah, Issa, big up.
Big up. Yeah, the press conference. I was a bit surprised. And Simon said, print media, traditional media houses go first. In the first press conference, like first one, them even want to ask a question. I think it's one person must ask a question, and then just they none of them ask a question. And most of the times, the new media people want to ask questions.
No, let me tell you something.
Understand?
Issa, let me tell you something. You see why me believe this come to the fore? I think the first press conference, only the online media or the new media ask the questions. And I observed, and I observed because I said, no man, something strange about this. And me know somebody in the traditional media. So me ask the question, why would not ask the question? Why not try prove? And the person said they weren't trying to prove anything. He can't speak for the others, but he asked he did not ask questions because based off the introduction and what the coach said, he would have got all his answers through that media. Hence the reason he didn't ask any question. But he said he can't speak for the others because it was strange to me why them never asked a question.
Yes, it was strange to me. And then when the second one come now and Simon say, I'm glad they picked that up too because he said when the second one gonna come and Simon say, whoever go first. It's only one or two print or broadcast media when. And I say, is it that none of them attended the press conference?
They were there, man.
Yes,
they were there.
So, Coach, let me say this, Coach. That is possible because I changed my question 6 times because every question I was going to ask was asked in a different way, but that happens, right? If you go late in the program, there are a lot of questions you may ask, maybe previously asked, so you have to revisit the question.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's possible.
But the thing is this, I know, Simon, if they were putting their hands up, you guys were there, were they putting their hands up in the second press conference? Coach said that none of them asked in the first one. In the second one, did they put their hands up or whatever to ask questions?
Even when he said that they are getting the preference, I think it was the last one where the squad was being revealed. They really put up their hand for ask questions.
Yes,
but
right.
The one before
but I know
that,
the second
probably
one,
about one person.
One. IRFM.
One. I don't remember his name, but Simon did say his name or whatever. Yeah, so I say, why him even have to go to the lens to say, okay, print and broadcast media, and they don't even ask any question they don't want to ask. You see me I say, unless somebody spoke to him and say, next time do this, do that, whatever the case may be, and they were willing to ask. But I mean, if everybody come to the press conference on time, you guys were there, so you would know, and people put up them on. I think Simon would have just boom, do it as according to whoever put up them on. So if I found it very strange for the first 2 press conferences, only 1 or 2 persons from print or broadcast media asked questions. You see what I say?
And they probably
so I was really wondering why.
Yeah, they probably have their reasons, but I don't think that should be a topic of discussion. The question that Cataract asked was a valid question. Why was it streamlined like that? And probably we need answers where that is concerned. But I don't know why them never ask or why them ask or whatever. Neither here or there to me.
But coach, I see Juliet say something. There was sufficient meat on the bone at that press conference for very incisive questions to be asked. And if it wasn't for the vlogosphere community on YouTube, we would not have gotten to the heart of some things. I heard somebody say, oh, the coach ask good question. Well, I'm not going to tell a man to mind my question. But I asked a question about the non-sighting of Ronaldo Ciafas in Austria when he was next door. And then that opened a whole can of worms. We have questions. We had questions about the game. We asked about the game, and I think it was, coach, you did ask about the game.
You asked good questions. I don't know where that's coming from. Ravel question was
what I like.
Go on.
Yeah, go ahead, Kai.
No, I was just saying that good questions were asked. You asked about Ravel. You asked about why the difference with him and Whisper. I mean, good questions were asked. CFAS. Good questions were asked.
I'm going to say that the press conference was run in, the overall look and feel of it, and who it included. You can see a lift in the professional standard.
Yeah.
Right? So I am not here belt buckle beating Simon, but I tell you something. Anytime a man ramp with my constitutional rights, me no rock, brother. All Jamaicans are equal and must be treated as such.
And the thing is in a Cataract, why I appreciate, persons from the new media is because that the traditional media personnel, I don't think they will ask some of the tough questions. Yes, they will ask questions, but some of the tough questions that, the new media persons will ask, I don't think that I'm getting that from most of the traditional media persons. As I say, so it.
And you know who to put it to that though. You know who to put it to that though, Issa. You know what I'd put it to?
To what?
They are not intimate with the football. Hence the reason.
100% correct.
So hence the reason they would not know the intricacies, the ins and outs. And I'm not saying all of them. But I think
and
that
coach,
is, I think that is
add to what you say.
Yeah.
Add to what you say, coach. I listen, live in I States, so I listen to radio programs in the morning. And when I hear some of the persons, who are in the traditional media houses, the hosts and things, when me them talk, we can say, they literally have no clue about a lot of the things that they're talking about. So I have to wonder, like, what them doing at them daytime, like, are they really intimate with the football? When me hear them speak and talk, Jano is like, them clueless with a lot of things that them say. You understand? So you're 100% correct. It's like them not depend on football at all. Seriously.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I think that's one of the reasons. So sometimes they might, piggyback off a question that is asked and so forth. So I'm just, hey, the clippers, then about to go clip this and send it around,
The barber them.
Clippers them Andy clippers. Yeah, man, the Andy clippers them.
But coach, Saturday, coach. Saturday.
Hey, coach, I'm just going to say something and then jump off real quick.
Yeah. Pass the 2 hour mark now still.
Yeah. I'm glad that Mr. Chong came on. He was very diplomatic to basically cool down the whole situation, which is what we basically needed. And I could tell that the pressure really touched him.
Yeah, man, the pressure upon him, man.
Because the question that I asked, I'm pretty sure that it was clear. You had to rephrase it. Cranky had to rephrase it, and then he finally got it. But let's just hope that it comes true. It can only mean well for Jamaican football.
The pressure is on him, man. If football thing is an easy thing for managing up Kyle. You have the YouTube space, you have the underground fan space, you have inside space. That's why I'm asking him for inside resistance to the new to the changes, you know. You understand? And him did that try growing it, but him no say him have inside resistance.
Yeah, well,
you understand? Plus a whole lot of things. Lot of things going on.
And he gave us a time frame as to when to see changes. And as you can see, it's aptly put at the time of elections. With the financial stuff, look for changes to come around that time. Anyway, gentlemen, have a good night. Nice talking to you. Fans and supporters, press the like button.
Is there anything else you want to add?
No, man, big up yourself, coach. I'm here. If y'all go sign off now, well, we can leave, you know?
Yeah, man.
Bless up yourself. Get a rock.
All right.
Cranky.
Manners.
Bless up.
All right, Cranky, any final thoughts?
Yeah, I think you're only as good as the people who work for you, no matter how good you are. And until Chong change out his administration or his support staff, he's going to struggle. And if you want any synopsis or indication of that, or anything to give you a perspective as to what I mean, look at how Simon ran the press conference, even though it wasn't an egalitarian process, but it still ran well. Then you'll see what I'm talking about, which is you need competent people to execute on your behalf, and if they're not competent, you're gonna struggle.
Yeah. And before Qatar come in, I think who is that? Dazwell is saying that. I think many of the questions that were asked, he would want to answer it, but as he said, he doesn't want any possible enemy internally, as he has to be working with those people. So I guess he might feel the pressure possibly from within. Qatar.
Co-sign on what Cranky said. Coach is 72 hours.
Yeah.
In the morning, my journey start and live up, the life of an ultra.
Yeah.
En route to Chicago, start the journey to Chicago. But here what now? I just wish the best for the team. I just wish one day we miss the snacks argument, so about that go.
You want the snack argument, man.
We missed the snacks argument, so we have got to catch it by the rewatch. You see what I say? But it look here. We feel upon such a high now. Guy bank, draw the last few penny them. Guy Cambion.
Why is it that you go to game is always the last few penny? Anytime you have to go to a game, it's your last few penny. What's that about? We don't understand that. So how you gonna get back from the game? How you gonna get back home?
Hey, Rich Fool say if me have any budget for the viewers refreshment, man out there thirsty. Snacks. Anyway, Qatar, no matter break your last penny. No matter don't know the new money them, Qatar.
No, I have to shake the piggy bank, you know what I mean? No, I'm not drive from Florida, brother. I'm fly go the Dirty Apple. I leave a morning and catch my team. But I asked Mr. Chong a question in the end because I didn't want to continue on the same line, but I really want us to win the Gold Cup. The silverware is important to any program. And I would love Jamaica to win some silverware to take home. And hope the player them fit. Everybody go through the training session. Appealing to man and man where they over in the Yankee land. On the forward of Chicago, man. Section 231. Put on a goal, yellow. Make we have a showing of support for our boys. It's on the weekend. Some man can go to St. Louis in a middle week, and then we could go to California on the Saturday and load up the thing again.
See a female I tell her to pick her up there.
So if Qatar is going to Chicago, St. Louis, Cali, and a pennies you have, mate, the pounds.
Yeah.
A pound. $13, a pound you have. Enough pounds.
What about new money? What about new money?
No, my all 3 game coach, but Cranky so we don't miss the group game. We can't really plan for the the knockout stage because we don't know where, who we're going to play and stuff. But at least we give me side 3. And if we reach at the final, and God bless me, I'm going to win the lottery, we fly go to the final. But,
yeah,
I want us to win something. I want the whole Reggae Boyz ecosystem to uplift. So positive on the YouTube, positive on anything. And the constant drama and Netflix business, it really, really saps the energy,
Yeah.
And thing.
Yeah, man.
Section 231.
All right, so Cataract.
Section 231.
We wish you a safe journey. We big up all the persons who are flying for the game. All the fans over there will be driving or flying across to watch the game. Big up on yourself. If you can't go one, go the next one. And if you can't go the next one, go the other one. You understand? So just support the Reggae Boyz in the best way that you can. Don't just be a critic on the social media. If you can support the game, do like Cataract, roll out. You understand?
Support the team, man. Support the team.
Yeah, man.
Oh,
so big up everybody. Big up to Cranky. Big up to Cataract. Big up to Kyle, Issa. Big up to Sir Chong. Initially when I called him, he said 5 minutes, and we got more than 5 minutes. Respect to that, Mr. Chong. All the persons in the comment section. Before you head out, just like the video, like the stream, share it. Tell a friend to tell a friend about us. Stay safe. Until next time. Peace out.
Your style and your flavor make the city rock. They must say the season come out with a bang. Coach Minzy, best round here. Remember that.